Alrighty, let's find a new opponent. Good luck. Oh, got a 61 today. That's good. This is, I think, one of the most well-known French players, Le Monspan. I wish you luck, Monsieur Monspan. Let's look at this kingdom. So, we got draw. Well, Magpie can pick up a treasure if it reveals a treasure. Otherwise, it's just a cantrip. Experiment is like temporary draw. And then one last thing to note is Way of the Horse will be like a one-shot draw. Any card can be played as a horse in lieu of its normal effect, which is like a laboratory, but it's a laboratory that then sends the card right back to its pile after you use it. So like any card can be a draw once. Now, the good news is we've got shelters in this game, and one of the shelters is Necropolis. So Necropolis, it doesn't have a pile, right? There's no place for it to go back to. So we can actually play Necropolis as Way of the Horse, and then when it tries to do this step, the return this to its pile, it'll just fail, because I'm not sure what that means, because there's no pile to go back to. So Necropolis in this kingdom is actually functionally just a laboratory, because we can play it as horse every time and always get that effect. So now what are we doing in this kingdom? We got good trashing with Chappelle. We don't have any action though, other than Necropolis. So we got to choose between using this laboratory and using it as like a real weak village. We don't have any plus buy, but we do have smugglers, which can gain stuff. This is gonna be an awkward kingdom. How do I open? Could just open Chappelle. Trashing's really good. Could also open with a card like Island or Mill and trash this hovel immediately. I kind of like that idea. Just given how weak the kingdom is, I'm not super worried about getting trashed super fast, and I'm more worried about having victory points than usual. So maybe I just open with like Island or Mill. Is there a good way to see? Oh, Mystic plus Magpie might not be bad. I'm just gonna open Island. I'll trash this. So the idea here is the way Mystic works. There's like a silver. +1 action, +2 coins. It's basically the same as silver, because silver is +2 coins and doesn't cost an action. Mystic is +2 coins, costs an action, gives you an action back. But the thing Mystic has is it's like silver, where if you can guess the top card of your deck, you can put it in your hand. Well, there's one card here that will let us see the top of our deck, which is Magpie. And Magpie reveals the top of your deck. Now, if it's a treasure, you draw it automatically, so that's good. But if let's say Magpie fails, Magpie reveals the top card of your deck and it's not a treasure card. Well, you still know what it is. So then, if you play Magpie first, and then you don't reveal the treasure, well, you now know the top of your deck, and so you can guess it with Mystic. So Magpie plus Mystic might be a thing to do here. Okay, so he goes with Mill, same sort of idea. We can set aside this overgrown estate now, and let's pick up a Magpie. All right, 5. This could already be Mystic even. Could also consider picking up Chappelle or Moneylender to trash the coppers. He goes with Chappelle. Not sure. Trashing is always valuable, but just given how weak this kingdom is, the lack of draw, the lack of action, the lack of buy, I'm not sure. Getting super thin is super important. I think cards I want will be. Yeah, I'm still thinking about ye old Chappelle Skippe. Cards I want will be, Mystic, Magpie, Smugglers at some point to gain whatever he buys. And I could conceive of just skipping Chappelle to get those faster. But I still want to trash the copper somehow. The question is, could it be something slower like Goatherd, which has the advantage of not being terminal? Could it be Moneylender for the coins? I don't know. What's down here? I've already put away 2 of my 3 thingies. So that's it. 2 coppers, my Necropolab, and a Magpie. My Magpie's not likely to hit because it's going to be drawing a bunch of coppers. Let's get smugglers. Let's be greedy. I'm going to be slow to trash, and we'll see if that works out. Yeah, so he's going to get super thin. No surprise there. Chappelle has that effect. Nice! This is exactly the one card I wanted to see with my Magpie. So once the Magpie pile is out, you're going to want your Magpie to find treasures, because that's the one card you can draw. But before the Magpie pile is emptied, you actually sort of ironically want your Magpie to find anything but a treasure, because it'll gain you a new Magpie, and those tend to snowball real fast. So this is a sad Smugglers. Smugglers gains you whatever they gained on the previous turn, which in this case is nothing. So maybe that shouldn't have been Smugglers quite yet. Maybe it should have been Moneylender, maybe even Chappelle, who knows. In any case, no point playing it. I don't want to play this way of the horse because then I'll lose it. So I'll just end my actions and buy a Mystic. I could buy a Trasher already. Moneylender? I don't know. Let's get a Mystic. We could have tried that, yes, but we both had Hovel, so I thought that this was competitive. I mean, I would have certainly drawn mine turn 2 had I bought a Chappelle. You can see that here. My turn 2, I drew the island. I'm happy with the island. I'm happy being only a little bit trashed. In a kingdom with single buy, no engine potential. I'm not super invested in getting super thin. Alright, they get smugglers, that makes sense. I revealed an Acropolis. Wonder what my top card could be. And now we see how Mystic and Magpie synergize. Get all the Magpies, I like this. I should probably get a Trasher now. I still want to get rid of these coppers. I'll get Goatherd because that allows me to play it while also playing my Smugglers, because Goatherd is non-terminal. It's going to be much slower than Chappelle. You know, I'm not getting trashed nearly as fast as he is. But it'll do something. Smuggle something nice. Smugglers is the only gainer, is often awkward. I already have a video up on this. I think it was episode 7 of the Dominion Simplified series, where you get in this awkward stalemate where you don't want to buy anything particularly good because then your opponent just smuggles it. Let's trash now and take back. I think I value the Mystic more than the Magpie. And the second Goatherd. Experiments. Chappelle. These are all possibilities. I don't think I need 2 Smugglers because I can't play them both. I could have used my Necropolis, but I like using my Necropolis as a laboratory. Maybe I just do take a Chappelle. It feels silly taking a Chappelle this late, honestly. If I wanted a Chappelle, I probably should have done it sooner. I'll get a second Goatherd. So I think I have 4 of the 5 Magpies so far, if I'm not mistaken. That seems good. Get 2 of the Mystics. The downside is I still got a ton of coppers on my deck. You know, there's definitely I'm about to use the wrong number of negatives. There's definitely some value in getting Chappelle, even in a weak kingdom, you know, because trashing is always super good. I'm trying to get away with skipping it, and certainly the downside I'm going to play with is having more coppers as a result. He's got 7. No, he's got 3 left of the 7. I think I've trashed 1. Yeah. There's a Magpie on top, so I will guess Magpie. Would you look at that? My wish came true. Thanks, Mystic. All right. Magpie on top. I don't have a Mystic in hand yet. Yeah, I don't have Magpie on my dislike list, but it's very dislikable. It snowballs, you know, incredibly fast if you get lucky with it, as we're kind of seeing here. I don't find his distaste for Magpie to be unreasonable in the slightest. And I'm going to get to smuggle a Mystic. I will gladly do so. And could just buy the last Magpie to deny it to him. Could buy another Mystic. Yeah, sure, another Magpie. This is kind of like 2 Magpies, right? Because I'm like pretty confident he'll get the Magpie on his turn. His Magpie is very likely to hit. So it's both a Magpie for me and not a Magpie for him. So I'm gonna take that. It could have also been a Mystic. I don't understand why you would dislike Invest. That card seems fine to me. Yep, see, his magpie would have gotten that magpie. Oh, I didn't even notice this. It actually explicitly tells you Necropolis has no pile to return to. So the log explains why Necropolis doesn't go away. I like my position here. Still not very trash, still got a ton of coppers, but I've got a lot more of the cards that I want to have. I also have more points by one. I have an island to their mill. So even if he starts greening first, like if it goes province, 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 and so forth, I'll be 1 point ahead, which means I will win in the long game. Not seeing a way around that for him. Once we start into duchies, you can start gaining extra duchies off of smugglers, and so that's something to think about. Alright, if I'm him, I think he should probably go for provinces, I think. Because my deck's better long term, but I happen to have a dud here. Very likely, at least. In fact, I'm probably just going to send back this goat herd to make sure I can draw. Magpie on top. Hey, look, a magpie! Good job, Mystic. Alright, there's a magpie on top. I wonder what this could be. Hey, look, a magpie! This is never going to stop being fun. We got a goat herd on top. I'm going to wish for a goat herd. Hey, would you look at that? Alright, magpie on top. Do I want to draw through this? I could just consider leaving this stuff on top. I think I have more coppers in there, though. I'd rather draw through those coppers, because I don't want to leave the coppers there. How many coppers have I trashed? So I've trashed 2, wait. Hobble, copper, copper, copper. So I've trashed 3 coppers. So that card is not a copper. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's a magpie? I believe that's a magpie. So I'd rather leave that on top rather than draw it. Do they have anything worth smuggling? Yes, a mystic. I will happily smuggle another mystic. And I shall buy a province now. Yeah, I think BM here is black market. I really love black market. He's not wrong that it leads to super long games, though. Yeah. If you just like long games, you don't play black market. Because it lets you build super big engines without worrying about 3 piles. So if you're trying to play fast games, banning black market makes sense. But it's a real fun card. I enjoy black market a lot. I think we're in a good position here. I think both of our decks are likely to hit province pretty consistently from here on out. But if we keep doing this little province thingamajig that we're doing, that leads to me winning by a point. Necropolis on top. Necropolis. Hey, look, a Necropolis. How convenient. There's a magpie on top. I'll wish for a magpie. Oh, would you look at that? A magpie. All right. Magpie on top. Wow, my wish came true again. These mystics are just really, really fortunate. I'm going to wish for... I think I'm going to wish for a magpie. Hey, would you look at that? Oh, my. Okay, let's trash a copper. Oh, I get to draw something. He must have trashed something last turn. What did he trash? Oh, he still has a goat herd, that's why. What's this top card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's a magpie again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, pretty sure that's a magpie on top. So I'll leave it there and smuggle a mystic and buy a province. Seize the Day is normally super strong, like an extra entire turn. The problem here is, I don't know what you're doing on your Seize the Day turn. You know, the most thing you can do is gain a province, and you can't really score more than that. Now, if they, like, bought a duchy or something, I guess you could take a Seize the Day turn, buy a duchy, and smuggle a duchy, and then it could pay off. But I don't think we're going to get to duchies here. I guess the other way Seize the Day could be helpful is if you hit, like, somewhere between 4 and 7, and so you miss province, you could buy Seize the Day, and then you get 1 extra turn to hopefully hit province. So Seize the Day, I guess, is kind of an extra insurance against duds. You have to dud real bad to not be able to even afford a $4 thing. Oh, he's going to get the last Mystic, so my Smugglers is going to be kind of useless. I don't think I want to send it back, though. You know, I could use Smugglers as way of the horse to just get it out of my deck. But I should probably hold it. What am I trying to say? I should probably hang on to it. That's the term. In case he starts buying duchies, and I can smuggle those. All right. I wonder what could be on top of my deck. A magpie, maybe? Hey, would you look at that? Maybe another magpie? Ah, today is my lucky day. Let's draw with the Necropolis. What did he gain? Another Mystic, I can't smuggle that. A Province I can't smuggle because it's outside of the $6 range. So my smugglers ain't going to do a whole lot here. I probably should have played the... This is a bad order by me. I should have played the Necropolis before the Mystic, because I would like to be playing these Mystics before I play my Magpie. No, I'd rather be playing the Magpies right before I play my Mystic, and I can't order them properly now. It's fine because I still hit 8. What's down here? Down here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 Magpies, a Goat Herd, some other stuff. Let's switch for the Goat Herd. That's the card I really want right now. Nice. This one was just genuinely lucky. I had no way of knowing that was there. That was just a clutch Mystic. Yeah, so the last thing I really wanted to do with my deck this turn was play that Goat Herd. Because I've already hit 8, so the best my deck can do is buy a Province. There's no value drawing through all the cards if the rest of the cards are just good cards that I'm happy leaving on top. I found both my Provinces. They're already in hand, so there's no point drawing through to get the Provinces out of the way. The one other thing I could have done was trash a copper to make my deck a little bit more reliable. I've now done that. I'm just going to wish for a curse so I can leave something of value on top. Because I think these cards are like all probably Magpie and Mystic at this point, or close to it. So I will just end actions and buy a Province. So we are going to get into a little awkward Duchy dance here, I think. He'll buy Duchy, but then I can't smuggle Duchy and buy Province, because then he can counter that by smuggling Duchy and buying Province of his own, which would lead to him winning. So we will end up where he gets 1 Duchy, then I'll get 2, then he'll get 2, then I'll get 2. Oh, that does put me in a dicey situation, doesn't it? I should think about this. So he'll take the first Duchy, he'll take a points lead. I'll take 2 Duchies. Then he takes 2, then I take 2, then there's 1 Duchy left. Then I believe he can take a Duchy by a Province, and that would be winning for him. So at some point, I think with 2 Duchies left, I should smuggle... Wait. When he gets down to 3 Duchies, rather than taking both Duchies, I should probably smuggle a Duchy and buy like a mill or an island or something. In any case, I think I'm in a better spot because I'm pretty sure my deck is just much more reliable than his. I got hella Magpies. Gains a Mystic. Are these split evenly? JL, JL, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So we're even on Mystics, but I've got all these Magpies. And I'll probably by that point be equally trashed because my Goat Herd, although slower, is going to end up trashing all these coppers at some point. What should I wish for? I'm feeling mysticky. Hey, look at that! Maybe Magpie this time? Oh, good job, Mystic. Don't think this is going to stop. This is going to be every turn. This time I'm not going to make this mistake. I'm going to play my Necropolis first. I'm thinking Smugglers. Would you look at that? Good job. These Mystics are clutch. Mystic, maybe? You never fail me. Feeling Magpie now. Actually, yeah, I want to draw one. I want to find my Goat Herd. I would like to trash a copper. I would also, I know there's a Province down there, and I'd like to at least draw that Province so the Province is no longer on the top of the deck. So I will continue drawing one in hopes of finding those. So I didn't find the Goat Herd, so I didn't get to trash this turn. That's no big deal. So I can smuggle a Duchy. Now let's think. Yeah, so if I buy Province here, I think I lose, because if his deck goes off well, he'll buy Province and smuggle the Duchy back. What if I buy Seize the Day? So if I buy Seize the Day, I can smuggle a second Duchy and buy Province, which puts me out of the range of Duchy Province. But he can counter that by seizing the day. So he could smuggle, gain Duchy, seize the day, buy Province, smuggle Duchy, and then he would still win. Ooh! What if I seize the day and just buy Province? So then I have a points lead. How does this... Let me make sure I understand how this works. So I get an extra turn. Smugglers will gain a card costing up to 6 of the player's last turn. So I think if I seize the day and just buy Province, his Smugglers fails. then he can't buy province, and then he's just got a points loss. I think this works. I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna wish for province. Feeling a province. Hey, a province. Well, I might have to start sending some of these back with laboratories to make sure this turn kicks off. In fact, I might already do that here. Did he trash anything last turn? Is Goatherd gonna draw? He did not trash. I'll probably just end up sending this Goatherd back. Alright, I can play the Magpie because I know Mystic's coming up. And I'm gonna wish for maybe Necropolis? Kind of feels like a Necropolis. Hey, a Necropolis! Alright. I think I'm gonna play it safe and draw with this Goatherd. If all goes according to plan, I only have like one more turn left to care about. Let's wish for maybe a Smugglers? Hey, a Smugglers! Wow, how serendipitous. Now I should consider what I really want to draw on. So down there, I have a Mystic, a Copper, I think, and let's make sure. J trash is a Copper. Yeah, I've got a Mystic, a Copper, and 5, 8, a Magpie. So I'm going to, I'd like to leave just the Magpie on top, I think. So I'm gonna, maybe Mystic and Magpie on top is probably enough for my turn to go well. Maybe I just leave Mystic, Magpie, Copper on top and deal with the Copper. The other option would be wishing for the Mystic, then wishing for the no. Is there a good way to make sure that just the Copper's on top? I'm just gonna leave all of that on top, I think. Let's just wish for a Curse. I've already got 8. And so now I'm not gonna play the Smugglers, and I'm gonna buy Province. And I hope I'm not wrong about the game mechanics, but I'm pretty sure this is going to cause his Smugglers to fail. And so now this being my last turn, all I have to do is buy one province. I can just send all these Magpies back as labs to make sure I draw a huge amount of cards. So these are all one-shot labs, and if I've got one turn left, I might as well spin them all as labs. Really hoping I'm not wrong about this Smugglers interaction, because if he can't smuggle anything, I win. There's no way I fail to hit 8 here, not with a bunch of cards that can be labs. I just had to find 8 in my deck. And he can't score more than 6 points. So he can't take the province or he loses. He can't get I mean, he'd have to be at like 36 points for me to not be able to buy, or 35 points for me to not be able to win by buying province. So I think this is just a one game now. Even the Smugglers can turn into a lab. So it's real hard to see how I dud here. That's weird how his Mystics are less lucky than mine. Wonder why that could be. Poor Necropolis just has no home to return to. I think he might have just noticed what the Seize the Day play was all about. Yeah, I think this is lost. So if I'm in his shoes, the best he can hope for, I think, now is just hoping that I dud somehow. Like I just draw a hand with no action cards in it. Which, as we know, isn't a thing that could have happened because we set the turn up to have a Mystic and a Magpie in hand. Yeah, so buying Duchy, I think, makes sense. Because this puts him in the points range where, like, if I just dud, he can buy a province and win. Now, I don't plan to dud. Yeah, so yeah, I think he's thinking correctly here, which is... he knows if my turn goes off, he loses anyway, so he just has to plan on that happening and do the one thing that could win in the unlikely case I dud, which, in this case, didn't happen. Yep, all right. Good game.